Hey now, everyone. Happy Wednesday night. I hope everyone had a blessed and prosperous day. And I'm coming to drop a video. I've been kind of ghost from the YouTube streets. And when I come back over, it's always some nonsense, it's always some chaos. And I just want to speak on how I know for the women that do have good common sense and have some integrity about themselves, uh, seeing or paying attention to all of this drama between black women. I mean, folks just are changing alliances like they changed their draws. All this fake and phoniness, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. That's why I never came out here trying to click up with anybody, trying to use my platform to go over into other people's platform and try to get followers. You know, I always came back to my main page where it's not a YouTube channel. It's just my channel that I personally have used since 2014. I never tried to take this page and go over to any of the other sisters' lives and things like that. And when they do the little follow train to get me some extra followers, because I did not want to come up that way. I wanted God to bless me and guide my footsteps. And one thing for sure and two things for certain, I do not want to continue to stay totally wrapped up in this sector. It's some good people in this sector, you know, so I rock with some good decent people that, you know, they are standing for truth and what's right, you know, and then they also try to steer away from these different topics as well. But I'm hearing Roz over there talk about how Teresa's old man is going to be upset with Renee being around his son, as if, you know, you're saying that Renee would do something to that young boy. You know, that's so wrong of you to talk like that, Roz. Then for you to say that she's nothing but a grown woman in a little person's body, you know, no, she's a child, Roz. You're the grown woman, and you really need to act like it. You know, you're sitting there talking that I mean, that's the most immaturest high school stuff I have ever seen, that you women could sit over there and talk about a child like that. What did Rainey ever do to any of you all? And like I say, you know, you talk about Treese, and I don't like that. But Treese is a grown woman. She can handle her own. But when it comes to old folks, you're talking about people's parents and grandparents and the children. That's where I draw the line at. For real. I truly draw the line, because these kids are the future. And we need to be leading by example and showing them the right way to walk. Not tearing them down like they don't get on the internet and could possibly run into you talking some crap about their mother and then end up running up on you saying some of the most evilest stuff about them, because all children are on YouTube, you know. And so that's what really saddens me, that you guys refuse to stop talking about children, and I don't see how that sits well in your spirit. You know, all the women that I'm seeing now, everybody's getting into it. They're arguing, going back and forth and fussing. You know, that's why I'm kind of glad that I'm not subscribed to a lot of the channels in this sector, because that's how I miss out on this depressing drama. You know, I have to hear it through the grapevine by being on somebody else's live or someone else's page, or just looking at a video that someone has uploaded, or catching the replay of a live, because I miss a lot of them. Because like I say, I spend a lot of my time on TikTok. I want to be around positive, you know, people. I want to be around uplifting people, encouraging women, decent women, hardworking women, independent, strong women, you know, that aren't flunkies running up behind something that's wrong, running up behind something that's not, can never be right, you know, because they want to fit in somewhere. I've always been a leader. I've never been a follower. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, far as all that clicking up and stuff, it will never happen with me. If I rock with you, I rock with you and I support you. But far as being a clique and all this type of stuff, that no, I think not. Because like I say, people change their mind and they change their alliances and their friendships like they change their draws, you know, and that's real sad. It goes to show there's no loyalty, there's no faithfulness among, you know, it's no honor among thieves, pretty much. You know, everybody's over here talking about each other. You know, you get in these little secret chats or whatever you guys got going on, and you're dogging each other out, but then come out here and laugh in each other's face, you know, until the cookie crumbles. Everybody got some type of assumption about who's doing what and who shot John, and don't nobody even know each other. Don't nobody even know one another. You only know what you see out here on these YouTube streets. And it's very, very sad to me that don't nobody really truly reverence the Lord, because everybody wants to talk, you know, add God into their little speech or whatever they got going on. And how do you feel that God is in the mix of any of this? So stop reverencing the Lord when you guys are talking about nothing but nonsense, drama, evilness, and hatefulness. You see what I'm saying? You know, and like I say, I'm so proud of myself, because I'm looking at you guys out here clowning and acting a plum fool, and I'm thanking God, because that used to be me. I was a motherfucker, baby. Excuse my French to all of my elders and to anybody that I may disrespect with that language. I was something else, baby. You don't want to know. You will be like, wow. And I'm going to talk about it one day, but I don't have to come out here and put all my business out on these streets until I know who's a trustworthy person and who is worthy of hearing my testimony. Not just shooting it out here so it can go all around and be switched up when it gets to this person and switched around again when it gets back to that person, you know, because that's what drama-filled people do, you know, and I'm a straightforward woman. I'm a straight shooter. You see what I'm saying? When I come out, I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to remain humble. I'm not going to try to act like I'm better than anybody or my shit don't stink, because guess what? It used to stink real, real bad. Now, you know, I'm not perfect. It still got a little stench to it every now and then, but it's smelling a whole lot better. You see what I'm saying? Because God has matured me, evolved me, put me in the position and the purpose that I need to be in, and he's not finished with me yet. You hear me? You know, and so I wish a lot of you women would really go take some self-reflection and look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, are you truly proud of yourself and what you're doing and how you're displaying yourself out here on these YouTube streets? You know, we cannot stand together to save our lives. That's too much like right. But then we would sit up here and talk about the next race or the next culture when they hold each other down. I'm talking about hold each other 10 toes down. We can't even put one toe to the floor to try to be united as sisters, as queens. You see, you know, walking in that title with your head up and meaning it and stepping when you step, because you know you about that. Can't nobody step around here that's acting the way that they're acting, you know. And like I say, I might not have all the views and all that stuff, because I'm not going to be consistently indulging in this type of stuff, because that's not who I am. I'm never coming out here to beat down anybody, whether they're bad or whether they're good. I'm going to speak my truth, and the deliverance may come off wrong, and I'm willing to apologize for that, because I am a woman, a grown woman. But I do stand in my truth, and I stand for what's right, you know. You know, I'm a God-fearing woman. I cuss, I fuss, I all that. But God loves me and he knows my heart. You see what I'm saying? And so when I'm coming out here and if it's any type of belittlement or abuse or negative tone towards anybody, I feel bad about it. You know, because I know that's not who I am. That's not who God has turned me into. See, because back in the day, I would have cussed you from head to toe and wish you would have stepped and did something, you see, and then found myself in jail somewhere. But I'm bigger and I'm better than that. God has so much in store for me and my family. You see what I'm saying? And I got to lead by example. I had to lead my children and guide them. And then I'm going to one day become a grandmother and a great grandmother. And I want to be a prime example of what they would want to look up to and want to be, and even better coming up as children to adults. You see? So this right here, this is the nonsense that's going on. You guys are really, really sad. And I don't really care who takes offense to this, because I'm not putting any names on it. Everybody knows who they are. You don't have to put no name on it. You know what you're doing out here. You know what you're saying out here. And it's sad. So you don't have to really be calling out nobody's name. But Roz, you wrong for keep talking about Rainey over there like that. Like that child's gonna molest or something, or do something to that little boy. You know what I'm saying? Why do you guys think such this negative, nasty? That's like child exploitation. With the type of things that you're saying. You're not even thinking about the well-being of that child, or what she might run up on and hear. Start having a little compassion. Start having a little bit current concern about yourself. If you want to come out here and keep bashing trees, come on now. At least have some type of decency about yourself when you're doing it. Now, I will call your name, because you're talking about children and you're talking about elders. And as long as you do that, I'm always going to speak. Like I say, and I know, it might not be a lot of people that want to follow me, because I'm not indulging in this mess all the time. And I am going to tell it like it is and tell it right. I'm not going to come out here with any assumption, any lies, any fluky type stuff. None of that. None of that. It's not happening. You see? And so when God wants to build my channel the way that it should be built, on not sand, but solid ground where it will last, 5, 6, 10 years from now, that's how it's going to be. It's not going to be because I'm riding out here on some sand and I'm a sinking ship, because I'm doing and saying just about anything to get followers and to make a buck. Like I say, I'm about quality, not quantity, because it don't take a whole lot of people to get around and have a good time that's decent people, and peace be still. You see what I'm saying? Versus trying to have a bunch of old hyenas and heathens all around, and it ain't nothing but a bunch of drama. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. Just to come back over here this evening, and I don't even want to, like I say, call out no names and no topics, because y'all know better than me what's going on out here. Because like I say, I don't subscribe to everybody. I hear and I don't hear, and once again, I see and I don't see, and I try to avoid, actually. But sometimes, my little nosy but, want to click in, well, what's going on? I ain't gonna lie to you now. I sometimes get a little curious to see what such and such is talking about. Well, what they mean by that? What happened? What I missed? And I might go try to check it out. And when I go check it out, it's never nothing of positivity. It's all negativity. So I can respect a person that really tries to stay away from this type of stuff. People like Shay Shay. People like Shonda. People like Diva. There's a lot of women, and all the ones that I miss, you know who you are. I rock with y'all. I rock with y'all because, y'all do stand up for what's right, and y'all try to steer away from the mess as much as possible. But as long as you around here in this sector, we don't have any other choice but to hear a little bit of this stuff, and it does something to your spirit. If you're a good person and you got the Spirit of the Lord living in you, wrong is always going to convict you and have your spirit feeling fluky and ain't going to be settled. You're not going to have a settled stomach. You're not going to go to sleep and sleep peacefully at night, because you're the author of nothing but trouble, drama, evilness. You see? So I hate to see this for us. I really do. I truly hate to see that us as grown black women are tearing each other down like this. We cannot stick together. Do you know how much farther we would be and how much stronger we would be if we would come together and do what's right? Now, it's a lot of folks on here I can't never come together with, because I will never respect you. I just will never respect you, because after you do certain things and you show me who you are, I believe you. You see what I'm saying? You ain't going to be able to pull the wool over my eyes a second time. You see, the shades have been pulled up, and I see clearly now that the rain is gone. You see? So I don't want to involve myself in anything of the sort because I uphold myself to a certain standards. I'm not better than anybody, but I know I'm better than what I was last year, yesterday, last week, last month. You see? And I'm not going to dig too low in the barrel to try to not even pull nobody up, but push somebody down. That ain't happening. It ain't happening, Captain. Not over here. So like I say, if you feel anyone for my good subscribers, I love you all. But for anybody that's over here for the drama and just consistently want to indulge in things like that, you might as well go ahead and just unfollow me, because you're not going to be to tap into me and get the information that you want and that you need. You got to continue to mingle on around the rest of this sector, because you're not going to get it from me. You see, you might get a little bit, but you ain't gonna get all that juiciness that y'all want. Y'all want some meat and potatoes, and I ain't got nothing but some potatoes, because I'm trying to stay away from that meat, because I know fat meats is greasy, you see. And I'm not trying to knock my blessings. I'm not trying to knock my blessings dealing around with a bunch of bull crap. I'm just not. I'm just, and I wish that others would think that way. I really do. Now, I'm not mad at anybody that comes out here, and they defending themselves, they're defending their children, and they coming hard with it. Okay, hey, y'all, everybody slinging shots and throwing mud. Y'all all around here dragging these bones from one place to another, to one platform to the next. Come on now, grow up. Grow up. Act like the women that you have been ordained to be. Or is this just who you are? Is this just who you are? Is there any type of decency, a bone in your body? And when will you, like I say, and for you, Roz, I heard you say last night that Treese is always going to be your content, and you told that lady if she didn't want to hear you talking about Treese, pretty much she need to go on. Do you know how sad you sound? You sound so sad. What woman would want to get up every day trying to go spy on the next woman to see what she got going on, so she can come talk about them and have some commentary for these ignorant folks is out here? Who does that? Tell me. Who? Other than you guys. Other than you guys, I want to know. Because like I say, a lot of this stuff that I'm seeing is just like, wow, really? But that's why I stay solo dolo like I do. I don't run around with a bunch of women, because I see how you all are. You see what I'm saying? I've been burnt, and I'm not going to get burnt anymore. You're like I tell my children, when you get older, you're going to be able to count on your hand how many friends you have, and you probably won't have no more than one or two that's still standing by you, that's your good ace coon boom, your dirty buddy that you done been with and rolled with. You see what I'm saying? All these people are just people in passing. And stop using that word friendship so widely and so frivolously, throwing it around to everybody. Like I say, we are all sisters and brothers in Christ. So I love you, but I don't have to like you. I don't have to like you. I don't have to like what you stand for or anything that you do. I'm sorry. Like I say, but I love you, and I would never want to see any harm coming to anybody. Nobody. Like I say, even my worst enemies. I would be wrong to pray for their downfall. I would be wrong to try to slander and talk bad about them or anything like that and think that I'm going to be blessed. Blessed how? Like I say, y'all making this little money, and it's then got to y'all head. You see, but I try to explain to folks is the devil can bless you just as quick as God can. So don't think all of this is coming from the Lord. You see what I'm saying? He might have put you in position, to do the right thing and to have a come up, but you all abused your authority. And you came out here and you turned something that could have been good into something that's totally wrong. You see? And there's so much we can talk about. So much. But like I say, when you talk about things that ain't got nothing to do with this sector, most people don't want to listen. So that goes to show me the masses of the women, the masses of them, are full of shit. I mean, they are miserable women. Because only miserable people with no life, nothing to do, nothing to look forward to, want to engage in something like this every day of the week. If not every other day, it don't matter. It's too much. It's too much engaging. Everybody's so invested in other people's lives. Why are you so invested in somebody's life when like they say, what they eat ain't gonna make you SHIT? You see what I'm saying? They're not paying your bills. Their money ain't going into your bank account. Their life is not affecting your life. So why are you so invested in other people? You see, if you ain't fixing a crown, straightening a collar, or pulling somebody up, why are you invested? Because what are you here for? What are you here for? Make me and help me understand. Make it make sense out here, you know. But one day I hope that it can halfway get back decent like it was. Because like I say, it's always been haters out here. But do you see any of them still rolling around doing the same old 2 years later? Hell no, you don't. You don't. You see, that's how you know it's all about a quarter for these folks is out here. You see, and that means any means necessary. When knowing that the love of money is the root of all evil. The more money you come up on, y'all trying to get rich and get on Treese level and all that stuff. But don't do you think Treese had it all made in the shade all the time? Because the more money is more problems. The more you have, the more you have problems. You see, that's why I'm okay with being stable. You see what I'm saying? Being blessed, being able to keep my bills, my rent, my food on the table. All my needs are being met. You see what I'm saying? And then I have enough left to the side for a little leisure. You see? But the bills gonna come first. You see? Because if I can't do nothing out there in the streets, I can come home and kick my feet up. I can come home and flick my channels. I can go in there and open my refrigerator and cook me a good meal. You see what I'm saying? You see? I'm not worried about the livelihood and what's going on in my son's life and in my daughter's life, you know, because we are right. We blessed by the best. You see what I'm saying? And I'm raising them and have raised them up in the Lord. You see? So that's why I have God-fearing, praying children, fasting children. You hear me? You hear me? You better best believe it. You see? Because I don't come out here to lie to kick it. I don't come out here to lie to gain followers. I come out here with the truth. And I'm a little angry tonight. Because like I say, I spent all my time for this past probably 4 or 5 days since Friday chilling on TikTok. Because every time I come back over here, it's nothing but more strife and discord. When are we going to do better? Does anybody want to do better? That's the question. Or is it always going to be about this money? It's always going to be about that YouTube check. You see, when God could send you in another direction and bless you just as well as you're making money on negativity. If you would just be patient and have time and build, because nothing happens overnight. That's why people need to quit running for this immediate gratification. Because, yeah, it might last for a little minute, but when the cookie crumbles and the bridge falls down, you ain't got nothing else to stand on. Because you only stayed inside that one box. You didn't try to come outside of it. Look around, see what's going on. Do you know how many channels are all on YouTube that are family channels, that's comedy channels, channels built off of love, you know, gossip channels. Yeah, they got the gossip channels too, you know, to keep up with the tea on the celebrities, you know. So it positive channels. There's so many different things you can tap into. The word. Coming, if you just came every day to drop a message for somebody, to encourage them, to let them know God loves them and all is well, because you never know who you're touching and who you're helping. Well, if it's one person, I feel I did my job. I helped one person out today. So that I feel like I've done a good job, you see. But I'm gonna go. You know, like I said, I'm rolling up on 30 minutes, and my videos have been being strung out, and I don't want that. Like I said, because I want you guys to be able to get a real quick glimpse of what's going on or what we're talking about, and then be able to move on to whatever else you're doing. You know, and until we start going live, I'm going to try to do about 45 minutes to an hour lives, and everyone that's coming with decency and respect is welcome. Come on in. Come on in and let's have a good time. You see, let's talk about it. But God bless you all. You all have a wonderful night. Rest well. And make sure that you pray. Make sure you pray, and not only for yours, but for everybody. Ask God to heal this land. Heal some of these our hearts, because he told us he would heal the land if we would turn from our wicked ways. But everybody's getting more wickeder and wickeder each day. Wow. Alrighty, guys. Everybody be blessed. I love you, my supporters. You guys like, share, subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, and I'll be getting back with you on the next video. I appreciate you all. I truly do. And like I say, for the ones that came along because they thought that I was going to be one of the ones to indulge in that mess and get too grimy with it, I might get in a little bit, but I'm not going to get grimy. I'm never going to reach to the bottom of the bucket. It's just not happening, you see. So everyone have a good night. God bless, and I'll talk to you guys later. Please hit that like button, share, subscribe, and cut on your post notifications. See you guys later. Bye-bye.